Hey, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. Every day I do a vlog, and I'm doing one for 1,000 days, guys. 1,000 days. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe would be awesome, epic. There we go. And every day I talk about something uniquely different. And today I'm going to talk about, I'm reading so much about, is it worth being in a relationship? So, is it worth being in a relationship? I don't know. I think for a lot of people, especially if you're older and you've come out of a relationship, I think the risks are very, very big. I think if you get into a relationship with somebody, you risk losing everything. And what do I mean by that? I mean you risk losing your home, your savings, your property. It can mean a lot when you get older, because the ability to recover from such a thing can be devastating. Now, there are a lot of benefits to a relationship, isn't there? Love, warmth, companionship. There can be an awful lot. So the benefits are there for those who are in love and enjoy spending time together and have a very warm relationship with each other where they share absolutely everything. I think it's all about, for me, meeting that right person. When you meet the right person, there is no risk, is there? Or at least not at the beginning. And there are several sort of phases to a relationship where you meet somebody and yes, there's the honeymoon phase, everybody talks about that, and then you get into this other phase where there's this very daily sort of existence, and sometimes, not all the time, because people do have successful relationships, they eventually split up and go their separate ways, and that is the point that can be very bitter and acrimonious, and that can be the point where people end up losing for a lot of reasons. And it can be made even more difficult if you have a child. So I think as an older person, the prospect of that can be extremely damaging to your future, to your prospects. And there's probably a lot of people in relationships who just sit tight and hold out because doing something else is inconceivable. Now, I know of a couple of people in my life, a couple of men who are just sitting tight, and I've expressed a view to them that maybe they're not living the life that they should be living, but I fully accept that their own unique circumstance dictates for them to sit tight. So this is a brutally honest conversation about what you can expect as you're an older person. Now, I am 58 this year, so I'm no spring chicken. I am getting on a bit. And it's a luxury to get old, isn't it? And I never dismiss the fact that, it would be nice to be in a relationship with somebody and share all those meaningful things that you can with somebody. And if you meet that somebody special, then why not? Why not commit to that wonderful experience? Because life is about our experiences, isn't it? It's not about the things that we buy, but it's about the shared experiences that we can have with somebody. Now, I'm recently aware of my sister who's experiencing a lovely holiday away, visiting her son abroad, and she's having a fantastic time. So whenever I hear about people, buying things, coveting things, I know somebody who covets money an awful lot, talks about it all the time. If that gives them joy, that's fine. It doesn't give me joy, not even in the slightest. It's nice to have it. I won't talk about it. I won't go on about it. We all sort of covet things or want things in our lives, but ultimately, does it really make you any more happier? So in relationships, you have this mechanism where you want to be together, you have this shared experience, this mutual goal, and as an older person, the risks are very much prevalent in your life. Now, if you've come out of a relationship and then you're on your own, I think sometimes the longer you're on your own, the maybe more difficult it is to actually form a relationship. It's not that you're not open to it, but you're more probably set in your ways about what you expect and what you want in life. But again, it all falls fairly on the shoulders of meeting somebody who you absolutely fall for, and they fall for you. And if there is that mutual meeting point, how wonderful is that? and that isn't lost on me, not even at this age. So I think the risks are there for older people. I think the benefits, you have to decide as an individual whether or not they are there. Because some people will see the risk as being too great, not taking that risk, not wanting to step outside with the risk of losing everything that they have. Now, when I talk about losing stuff and risking stuff, I'm talking about sometimes when one person sells their house and they both sell their house and they jointly come together in their own property, and that can be, a sort of a risk, if you like, in terms of if there is a separation. Now, you could build in some kind of legal contract which says that you will retain X amount of your property should anything happen. I know people do that, and that seems to satisfy an awful lot of people, and that is the way of the world today. So these are all personal issues that people need to decide, and how they decide that, well, there's no right or wrong, is there? They could have, you could have like a street of 100 couples, and each of those couples would live intrinsically different to the next. And what makes us unique is our ability to be able to have a relationship with somebody where we have that shared experience together. If you're not getting that shared experience, if you're not enjoying your relationship, I mean, you are an individual. You have the right to walk away. You have the right to walk out the door and not come back and do something entirely different. And for some people, that takes a little bit of gumption, a little bit of strength. Like I alluded to earlier, sitting in that comfortable place, not moving anywhere. Like I say, I'm aware of two people men who just don't want at this stage of the game to do anything different. And there's no right or wrong, is there? But life is risky. Life comes with risk. If you understand that, everything that we do from the moment we're born, there is risk involved in all of this. So, moving forward, yes, there is a risk. Yes, there is a chance that things could fall apart. Yes, you could lose an awful lot in terms of financial loss, property. But the economics, do you consider that when you're in a relationship? Most people don't. They enjoy just being with that other person. You love them. You want to be around them. They provide you with so much in terms of support and love and kindness and fun and happiness and laughter and joy. All those things. If you get that in a relationship, that's pretty good in my book. If you've got that, again, that's just amazing. I'm aware of a couple of people who met each other when they were kids and they stay together and they're still madly in love with each other. That's so wonderful, isn't it? That's so amazing. Love and the definition of love, well, it's just different for different people. And when you meet somebody early on in life with that shared mutual interest, with that passion for being with each other, well, the benefits, I think, can outweigh the negative. So if you're older and you meet somebody, maybe take that chance. You may be missing out if you don't. Maybe have the opportunity to live a life that you maybe were always destined to live, but maybe too afraid to go for. Maybe circumstance didn't dictate to you earlier on. Maybe it's presenting itself now. So you either jump in, both feet in, or you walk away and don't think any more about it. And if you do, then more power to you. There's no right or wrong in relationships. But if you're older, I think really, yes, you may have a settled life and you may be happy with your lot, and if you don't want to risk it, then that's understandable too. But there are many ways to have a relationship with somebody when you're older. You could keep your property, they could keep theirs, and you could obviously meet in the middle every once a couple of times a week. You could always, jointly have an arrangement where you go and do stuff together, but you respectively go back to your own properties. I don't know. I've never had that, and I've never been in that kind of scenario. But I'm sure there's a workaround for people who are older, who don't want to take that risk but do want to have a relationship. And if that sounds like you, then all I would suggest is that you just live your life. Just live it. Because it'll be over, you know, and you don't want to look back in the closing moments and think, well, maybe I should have done that. Maybe. You don't want to have any regrets. And love, well, to be loved is a special thing, and to give love is also special. That's my topic for today. I'm going to close with me saying the usual thing. If you're not subscribed even, I can't even say it. If you're not subscribed, to subscribe will be awesome. And as part of my daily vlog, I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'll see you there. Bye now.